First News with Keeler in the morning on WIBX and WIBX950.com.
What's the easiest choice you can make? Window instead of middle seat? Picking a vendor who sends a great gift basket? Outsourcing business tasks you hate? What about selling with Shopify? Whether you're selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real-life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit 1 million orders stage. Shopify's there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell. Wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/try. Go to shopify.com/try now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/try.
In studio right now from the Genesis Group is Ray Durso. Ray, good morning.
Good morning.
Good to have you in studio.
It is good to be back.
And yesterday, the announcement that you were a part of with fireworks. First, we heard there wasn't going to be a fireworks show on the 4th of July. What happened? Did you play a role in this?
And yes, I have been involved in this, and that's why it was important for me to want to be here to explain what's been going on. So normally, in a normal year, so to speak, we get ready in January. That's when all of the planning starts for the parade and the fireworks events. We waited as long as we could, up until mid-May, before we were having to make a decision. We really, and I've been involved in this event for nearly 20 years.
Right.
I understood last year was a given. We weren't going to be able to do it, but this year we really wanted to do it, and we waited as long as we could. Throughout probably a 3-week period in May, I was on the phone with County Executive Anthony Pacenti and Mayor Palmieri, going back and forth. We were hearing that guidelines were coming. Well, in the 3rd week of May, they came out.
Right.
The governor made the announcement, go ahead, do your parades, your festivals. And then an hour later, these wonderful restrictions came. And we looked at them, and we all looked at them. Honor America Days, Remsen Barnfest, us. It was impossible.
What were the things in there that made it impossible?
I'll give you a few great examples. I mean, if you could picture Genesee Street with a parade, we would have had to have hand sanitizing stations along the parade route.
Yeah.
We would have had to do contact tracing. We would have had to screen people. Are you vaccinated? Are you vaccinated?
Oh,
you can't do that. Yeah. And we quickly learned the difference between a controlled event and an uncontrolled event. Mm-hmm. The Syracuse State Fair, the County Fair, county fairs, those are controlled because they have an entryway, a gate, fenced, and you're ticketing people. These are open-air events, and so that's what made it impossible for us to be able to adhere to these here. The state said that they would be monitoring. They would have closed us down, and the municipalities would have received significant fines. Well, nobody wanted to get that. The other thing was
accept the risk.
The other thing was the lack of interest. You had bands. If you're playing a trumpet and I'm playing a trumpet, your saliva's out there, my saliva's out there, and people were uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. So we were hearing that from bands. Some of the organizations in our community were not yet comfortable in being in that environment. So there was a lot of factors that went into that decision and gone into the decision of other groups who had to make the same decision. It was a tough call for our area elected officials and organizers. They got beat up. I was watching, I was listening, social media, the shows. I heard it all, but it was a tough decision. When the governor made the announcement on June 15th that he was lifting the restrictions, that changed everything. And the very next day, Mayor Palmieri called me, and he said, I understand it's just a couple weeks away. It's probably difficult to do a parade, and I agreed with him. But he said, what do you think about the fireworks? And I said, let me make a few phone calls. Let's see what we can do. And so I immediately started calling the fireworks companies. So for 50 years, American Fireworks has been doing fireworks in the city of Utica. For 50 years, always on July 4th. Mm-hmm. Always, no matter what day of the week the 4th fell on. So we gave up that day in May when we had to make the cancellation. So when I called back, of July 2nd, 3rd, and 4th were now booked. They were gone. Statewide, Utica's slot went to the Resorts Casino in Monticello. So immediately we knew we weren't going to get 2, 3, or 4. So they offered July 5th, which is the national holiday.
Right.
Because the holiday is on a Sunday.
Right.
Monday it's being observed.
Yep.
I could not believe the response yesterday after the announcement on social media. Why the 5th, not the 4th? Okay, we didn't have a choice.
Right.
So that's why I felt it's important. We got to get this stuff out there.
Yep.
The guy said, the 4th is several other shows in this area are going to have them. You guys would be the only one on the 5th.
Yeah, it puts you in almost a bit of a better position.
People going away for the weekend,
Right.
they're going to come home because they have to go to work on Tuesday.
Right.
We took it because it was something rather than nothing.
Right.
So that's why the 5th was chosen, and that's why we went with it. So quickly, within a matter of 2 days, we were able to confirm the fireworks, get with the parks, the police, the fire. Those are crucial elements to putting this event together. When you have 5,000 plus people, and then Soul Injection, they lost their lead singer, Freddie,
I know,
due to COVID, and it was a really tough loss for them. But they have come back. They've replaced. They have a new person.
Yeah.
They're very excited to be able to come back out and to be a part of this event.
Nice.
So that all
and I
happened.
think that people in general are ready to be out and doing stuff.
We're ready, and my message to our entire region is, please, everybody's saying, yes, we're excited they're back.
Yeah.
We hope everybody comes.
Right.
We're working with Central to offer shuttle service. We'll get all that information out there.
Okay.
We're welcoming food trucks, et cetera. And then yesterday, the mayor was very pleased to announce that the state, the county, MVHS, we're going to have that many people. If you haven't received your vaccination, you'll have a perfect opportunity.
So you're going to be able to do it there at
the park.
That's cool.
FT Proctor
All
Park.
Right. I like it.
So it all came together quick, but the good thing is it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, with the people complaining about the 5th, I mean, it's, it
laughed.
could have been on the 4th, and they would have said, "Well, why didn't you do it at earlier in the day?"
Hold on. I totally understand the position you're in, but I mean, it's a long holiday weekend, and this is like something that happens on Monday night when you got to go back on Tuesday. I can understand people questioning it, but you're making the best out of a bad situation.
I, by the way, am starting my vacation on Tuesday, just for the record. Just as long as you guys
And over the years,
write that down, Andrew.
Sylvan Beach has their fireworks on one day.
Yep.
Old Forge has theirs on another. Utica would have theirs. So it's a weekend event.
Prestwick Glen doesn't care what day it is. They'll do it any day. They
Join
do
us
them all
for
over the place.
fireworks on Wednesday.
No, that's I think what it was the other night, wasn't it?
Yeah, they just did them.
They just did them, and it was crazy. Okay, so I think it's a good idea to make the change and say, boy, if we can pull this thing off, let's do it. Because people are yearning for stuff.
I couldn't believe how quick it happened. Bank of Utica stepped up with sponsorship. Adarino Construction. I mean, people just saying, hey, believe. People need something positive, and they stepped up. So it was a team effort.
Will there be a parade along with it, or no parade this year?
No.
Just the fireworks?
Just don't have enough time. And again,
put it
there's
all
a lot
together.
of other factors.
Yeah, I think some people are, and a lot of, think of who marches in these parades. Memorial Day, 4th of July, and it's a lot of older people who are still feeling very nervous about the fact that they're that vulnerable, very vulnerable population.
The virus is still out there.
Yeah.
It's still out there, but carefully, with a lot of planning, we're hopeful for a very nice celebration.
All right.
And, we made the announcement. Now, it was 2 weeks from yesterday, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We need people to say, we're coming. It's nice to say, yes, Utica's going to have fireworks, but we want people to come. We want people to be there.
All right. Anything further with the Genesis Group? We're coming out of this, it seems, at least the restrictions are being taken away. Does that mean you get to move forward in a non-virtual way?
Yes, we're being very careful. But, the main thing, the most important thing for us is we all had to adapt very quickly.
Yeah,
because if you didn't, you were going to have problems. We went to a virtual setting. We continue to hold our monthly forums as that community facilitator we are. Mm-hmm. We were continuing to draw up to close to 100 people coming on to a video conference, whether it was elected officials, economic officials, tourism. We really kept the focus on the community. But now we are planning September 10th. It's a Friday. We are going to host our regional 9/11 prayer breakfast.
Okay.
This is the 20th anniversary
of
9/11.
Yep.
So we're planning that in person.
Okay.
October, we're having our annual meeting. And in November, we're having the annual education celebration. So we're coming back smaller, slowly, stronger, but we are coming back, and it's nice to see.
It certainly is. Boy, I think everybody's just really ready to go.
I think we are.
And, Comets tickets went on sale for the first game, which will be in October. And that's, of course, launching the Devils, which is going to be pretty
exciting.
cool. So,
very exciting. There's a lot of things happening in this area, from economic development with all these companies and all these announcements, and there's more to come. There's a lot of great things on the docket that I'm excited to hear be announced. So it's an exciting time to be a part of this Mohawk Valley region.
We had a big concert planned for the top of the MVHS garage, and then we're still waiting on that. It's coming, though, right?
It is coming.
I mean, it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
It is going to be interesting to see the transformation, not only in Utica, but also in Rome. A lot of things happening out at that base.
Look at the skyline already changing when you're driving up 12, and you can see the Cree building and the top of the hospital and things happening. So it's changing.
Yep. I think that's important.
And did you have a guess on the Dome concert?
I did. No pun intended, but I do believe it's Phil Collins and the Genesis Group.
and it had nothing to do with...
Nothing. Nope. No pun intended, but they're adding concerts.
They are adding concerts.
I'm going to say it's them.
I looked that up. And who else did you say Andrew's adding?
Eagles.
The Eagles. Or I'm sorry, Eagles. It's not the Eagles?
Right.
I don't know. I've always called them
I think
the
you should
Eagles.
have a contest with a special offering of cookies, cream, and ice cream for
like
whoever selects who the group is.
Who will it be?
I like that idea.
All right, maybe we'll go down that road. All right, there, sir. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Ray Durso from the Genesis Group with Phil Collins.